Hi guys, so I'm trying something new here. I've never done something like this before. Thanks for all of you that are starting to click on and to join. I hope I get a large audience, but as often happens, I start to talk, people come in and out, but I'm making it so that you can watch this throughout the week, so you can take these tips with you wherever you go. So I wanted to do this big live in front of real people kind of workshop, but my week got ahead of me. And quite frankly, Yom Kippur is around the corner, and people keep asking me, what do I do? Do I eat more carbs? Do I eat more fats? Should I drink more water? Should I not drink any water? Should I eat the bigger meal? Should I eat a smaller meal? Well, the truth is, I'm gonna try to break it down as easily as I possibly can. So it's officially 7 o'clock right now, so I'm gonna get started. Welcome, everybody. First thing we've all heard, you've got to stay hydrated. So what does that really mean? So I'm gonna get that easy stuff out of the way really quickly. Staying hydrated means more than just having 8 glasses of water. Staying hydrated means you really need to prep your week. So if I were you, in my condition, in my state, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna start increasing my water intake today, tomorrow morning. Well, probably tomorrow morning so I don't wake up 10 times to go pee. So as of tomorrow morning, I'm gonna increase my dark leafy greens. Because think about it, dark leafy greens and lettuce and kale and spinach and all these wonderful vegetables, they're loaded with water, they're loaded with vitamins, they're loaded with minerals. So you're not only hydrating, but you're also nourishing yourself in preparation of not eating and not getting any of those nutrients. So that's gonna help you feel satiated for a longer period of time, thereby making your fast just a little bit easier. Now, beyond just hydrating, there's several things you have to do. And this is my favorite trick, quite frankly. Now, amongst my favorite tricks, there's a few favorite tricks here today. What you want to start doing is now start reducing the size of your meals. Don't stuff your face every single night. You want to start now. Start today. Start tomorrow morning reducing your meals. So for instance, rather than 2 pieces of bread, 2 eggs, and an avocado, cut it down to 1 piece of bread, 2 eggs, and a half an avocado. Just slowly, just reduce a little bit. Nothing noticeable. You don't want to be hungry the whole day. You just want to be you're preparing for the fast, shrinking your stomach so that it takes less food for it to feel full, right? It makes sense actually if you think about it that way. Now, a lot of people ask me, they're like, Jason, do I want to have more carbs? Should I concentrate on fats? What about proteins? Proteins take longer to digest. What should I do? So I want to explain how energy works. So your body's going to take a lot of energy to digest your last meal. And then whatever energy is left in you is what's going to be there to take you through your day, right? Our food is our fuel. So we need to know, first of all, where energy comes from. Our body is going to take energy from 3 sources. It's going to get it from carbs as your first source of energy. It's going to take it from fats as your second source of energy, and then it's going to go right into proteins. So you don't want to start eating away at all your proteins. So you want to make sure that you do have enough carbs, you do have enough fats, and you do have enough protein in your body to sustain you for that day that you're not working out. So while you're making your meals a little bit smaller, you do want to make sure that you're including good healthy fats. So think avocados, think olive oil, think coconut oil, think good nuts and seeds and all kinds of different nut seed butters. Maybe take a little bite extra of that skin that's on the chicken. Just, you want to reduce the size of the meals, but you want to maximize the nutrition. This is what's going to really help you. So remember where your energy comes from. Carbs, you need carbs. Make sure they're complex carbs. You don't want white bread and white rice. Think chia seeds, think quinoa, think oats. Think real good carbohydrates that are going to sustain your energy and give it to you as you need it throughout the day. And of course, fats. Fats are going to help you feel satiated. It also slows down the uptake of the glucose from the carbs. So that energy that you're getting from the carbs will actually last longer throughout the day. And of course, protein is always good. We need protein. It helps us build lean muscle, helps us recover. We absolutely need it. So think about all of those 3 categories of food. Now, there's interesting ways that we digest our food. You know, not all food digests at the same time. Our bodies will actually release enzymes to break down food at different times. So in order to make it really nice and easy, what I like to do is I like to sequence my meals. So for instance, food that, let's say steamed vegetables, they only take about 45 to 60 minutes to digest. Whereas say a piece of meat might take 18 to 20 hours to digest. So what I like to do is I like to eat the food in the order in which it's digested. So I go cooked vegetables, raw vegetables, starchy vegetables. Then I move into the starches, then I move into the proteins. Now what we're doing here is we're allowing the food to pass through us more easily thereby using less energy of ours to digest the food, which of course is going to leave us with more energy the next day when we don't have a replenishment of fuel. So it's not only about fasting, it's about feeling good while we're fasting, right? So what you really want to do is put that in the right order so that you can maximize your day the next day. You don't want to be stuck in bed from 10:30 in the morning or sitting in synagogue a whole day with that bad breath cloud just kind of hovering over everybody. It's the smell you get when you don't eat, but at the very least, you should have the energy to be able to withstand it. And for those of us who don't go to shul, or maybe they sit at home, it's important to create a space that's conducive to a successful fast. I mean, you want to keep your mind busy. It's not good just to sit and stare at the walls because, quite frankly, you're going to feel hungry. We all feel hungry. It's not an easy task to have a good, healthy fast. So you want to keep your mind occupied. Some of the things we like to do, depending, of course, on your level of observance, we can play a board game, read a book, go for a nice slow walk, don't expend too much energy. And between you and me, sleep. Sleep's a great way to waste a couple of hours. Ask my wife, she loves to sleep on Yom Kippur. So these are all little tools that are helping you get through your fast a little bit more easily. Now, while we're doing all these things, we're thinking the whole time about breaking the fast. And everybody does the same thing. Members of my family, they've thrown up from drinking too much orange juice too fast or gobbling down too much honey cake. I don't suggest going that route. While there's always that table of honey cake and orange juice waiting for us, really what we're doing here is shocking our systems way too fast. We're really hungry. We're literally starving. So we suck down all this stuff. It's tons of sugar. There's a good chance it's not made with whole grains. The orange juice is coming not from an orange, but rather from a container. So we're talking about processed foods. It doesn't make sense to me to break our fast with processed foods. You want to really start it with something wholesome that your body is looking for. It's looking for nutrients. It's starving for nutrients. You don't want the first thing to go into your body to be a glass of orange juice and honey cake. Now, those of us that are traditional love the honey cake and love the orange juice. Might I make a suggestion? Rather than chugging back the glass of orange juice, why not bring an orange with you, already peeled even if you have to, and just slowly eat a couple of oranges. It's filled with the sugars that you're looking for. It's going to be just as delicious, if not more so, than a glass of orange juice and honey cake. It's also got the fiber and the pulp. These are things that are going to get your digestive system up and running again, because it's been on hold now for 28 hours. To start throwing all these simple carbohydrates into your body, well, it's going to boost up your sugar. You're likely going to get an even worse headache. And then immediately afterwards, well, what happens when your sugar goes up? Your sugar goes down, you're gonna crash, and you're gonna feel like crap, quite frankly. So my suggestion is start maybe with some green vegetables. In a perfect world, you wanna have like a very room temperature green smoothie. Now, not everybody out there is as extreme as I am and probably won't start with a green smoothie, but do consider some green vegetables loaded with water and vitamins. Do consider things that are more easy to digest rather than going right in onto the heavy meal. So let's say you've had your slice of orange and now you've allowed yourself a little piece of honey cake and you're off now to the family's house for some dinner and everything's waiting for you. In my family, it's a lot of things like quiche and bagels and cream cheese and eggs and tuna and all that light stuff. But really, you're eating this light stuff on big, fluffy, white floured bagels with lots of salt and lots of sugar. I really think you want to consider just slowing it down a little bit. Start with a few vegetables and maybe wait a few minutes to see even if you're still hungry. The truth is, your brain thinks it's hungry, so you're going to be gobble, 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 and then 3 minutes later, you're overstuffed and you still have half a plate of food. So start with some fruits, some vegetables, then move into a little bit of fruits, wait a few minutes to see if you're actually still hungry. If you're still hungry, then you can move into the easier stuff, maybe some grains. A little bit of quinoa. You want to have a bagel, there's nothing wrong with a Jew eating a bagel. Maybe start with a half a bagel. Instead of cream cheese, you might want to put something on there like some lox or maybe some eggs, a little bit of tuna. Cream cheese is pretty valueless as far as nutrition goes. Also, that dairy is going to cause a little bit of inflammation in your body when really what it needs is nutrition. So I want you to think about all these things. These should all really help you get through this fast. I mean, it's not going to make it easy because by no means is fasting easy. Otherwise, it wouldn't be this day of atonement where we're actually supposed to look inwardly and we're supposed to think about what kind of year we've had and what kind of year we're going to have and what we think about ourselves. And well, everybody goes through their own personal fasting journey, especially on Yom Kippur. So my job here is to help you have just a little bit of an easier time. Just kind of step back a little bit. Instead of overdoing it, maybe start underdoing it today. make your fast easier. Not to mention, you're going to reduce your overall calorie intake, which is likely going to help you lose a few pounds. And I don't know, I know not everybody out there in Facebook land wants to lose weight, but I'll tell you, yeah, I'm not going out on a limb by saying at least 80% of the people I speak to on a day-to-day basis are interested in shedding a few pounds. Cutting down your intake for the next 3-4 days and then having a fast and then kickstarting your digestive system again with some healthy food options as soon as the fast comes out, well, these are all good things. And you can continue to eat healthy like that. Just because Yom Kippur is over doesn't mean that your healthy eating habits has to be over. Small portion control is a great way to stay healthy. Anyways, Shana Tova, everybody. I hope everybody has a sweet, beautiful, healthy year. Think good thoughts, do good things, and be good people. Shana Tova, everybody.